Welcome to the Intoxiblog with your host, Andrew November.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another Intoxiblog. I'm your host, Andrew November, coming from you live, well, actually recorded from Uptown Whittier. It's hot as fuck. Right now it is 89.7 degrees inside my apartment. It's sweaty. I will be sweating during this vlog. It's our first summertime vlog, video recorded. We got some great questions tonight, coming from my friend Kevin, Simon, Christine, and our host, our guest questioner tonight, Misty, who cannot be here in person, but I'm glad you submitted the questions. This Intoxiblog is for you, Misty, and I will be tagging you in the post as well so all your friends can see. So, let's get down to it. I just had some dinner with my surrogate father, John. We had some sushi and beer and wine and all that other great stuff. Okay, so let's get down to it. First question comes from Kevin Chapman, my old college buddy and dear friend. He asks, how did the cat get so fat? And I have to retort that with a question that says, how does a family die? And do you care why? NoFX fans will appreciate that. So that's the answer to question number one. Question number two comes from my buddy Simon, who was here on the last Intoxiblog with my friend Stephanie. Simon, old-time Kings fan and good buddy of mine from 2 years now, even buddies. He asked if I could have dinner with one dead historical figure, and who would it be and why? The answer would be Gandhi, because he'd be on a hunger strike and I'd get more food than he would. Fucking pacifists. Swear to God, gotta be that thing. Ditching the glasses because they're getting fucked up in this way. Okay, so let's get into question number three. It comes from my buddy Christine, who asked, why aren't you closer to the beach and hanging out with me for tonight's Intoxiblog? Oh wait, don't answer that. You're too far away, and I would have to drive home really drunk from mimosa. Christine, love you to death. You're a great person. But one day you'll be here for an Intoxiblog. It'll be a good time. Guaranteed. Okay, so our guest questionnaire for tonight is Misty. Misty, these next questions are all you. Number one, my favorite summer movie, and this is a really easy one. In about 1984 or 85, I can't remember, I was living in Eugene, Oregon, and I went to see a double feature. And this double feature featured the movie Daryl, if you remember Daryl, about the kid who was an android or whatever he was. It was that, and another movie, a little movie you guys might know called The Goonies. And I saw The Goonies with my family and my buddy Eddie Cooper and his family, and it was just the greatest summer movie of all time. Still all time in my top 10, The Goonies. Living in Eugene, it was filmed not too far away in Astoria, Oregon. It was pretty badass. And also Lupe Antavarios, who is my buddy's mother, who unfortunately just passed away this last week, or last 2 weeks, and my heart goes out to them and their family. Great film, great person, great lady, really good lady. I feel bad for her because she got a lot of stigma for shooting Selena in the Selena movie, but she's a really great person. Elias, my heart goes out to you guys. My condolences for your loss. She's a really great lady. I know I just said that 3 times, but okay. Question number two, favorite summer adult beverage? Right now it's a drink that Misty turned me on to, which is sparkling water, vodka, and lime, which is really quite refreshing, I have to admit. It's really pretty good. Either that or about to be a blue Hawaiian. And if you don't know what blue Hawaiian is, you haven't really lived. Yeah. Question number three. With climate change, when did summer officially begin? And when does it end? Because I'm seriously freaking hot in October. Well, my birthday's in October, and it's usually pretty hot. Summer officially begins the middle of July, and officially ends in the middle of September. It's one of the shortest months of the year because it's the shortest span that we have traveling around the sun as per season, because our sun is not an elliptical orbit where it's perfectly centered in the sun. We're actually off to the right. So what happens is our trip around the sun is closer to the sun in the summer, thus being our shortest season and thus moving us around. So by mid-September we should be back to normal. Perfect time for my birthday, and I'm hoping we're all going to Vegas October the weekend after the 4th. Hopefully see a lot of you guys there. Be a lot of fun. We're going to get drunk and drink. And drink. And drink. And eat some good food. And gamble. Question number 3. When we were kids, we waited all summer year long. What's your favorite summer memory? That's a really tough one. My favorite summer memory that I remember, and a lot of those days are clouded, was I worked all summer for a plant propagationist who, I'm feeling pretty good, who made dirt. Now, there was an old guy, he used to walk around in fucking cholo prison sandals, and he would pee on his own plants. But basically, for a summer, I made dirt for this asshole. And it was, oh, Misty, you're texting me right now. I just did karaoke, and it was pretty badass. With my buddy, my surrogate father, John. We tell a story around Uptown about John and I are father and son, because my father is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and my mother is actually Carrie Fisher, but he's actually the father who was the stunt double of Obi-Wan Kenobi. So we fucked over a lot of people by telling you that story one Thanksgiving. It was pretty badass. So John, you're my buddy. I love you to death. You're a great person, and I'm happy to have you as a friend. Favorite summer memory. I worked all summer for this guy who pissed all over his plants, and it was really disgusting. An old man, oh God, whose name I can't remember, but he worked up the street from where I lived. Or he lived up the street from where I lived, and I had to go work in his backyard. Basically what I did was I made fertile dirt for him to grow his plants in, and it was the worst summer ever. But I saved up all this money in 1993 so I can go to Lollapalooza in 93, which was Primus, Rage Against the Machine, Tool, Front 242, Arrested Development, Fishbone, Alice in Chains, a bunch of other great bands. We had the killer time there, but I worked all that summer so I got enough money to buy enough toys and goodies and all that other shit they had at Lollapalooza. But it was literally one of my all-time favorite summer memories. I loved it. It was so much fun. With my buddy Dan Silva, my older sister, and a couple of her friends, and dug every fucking second of it. You see the sweat dripping off me? Yeah, look at that. Ew, it's fucking gross. How are you guys doing this summer? Are you doing good? Answer me now. That bad, huh? Okay, cool. Anyway, so I just had a bunch of sushi and everything else. What am I hoping for this summer? Well, Misty, that's something we can discuss later. I'm hoping for everyone to have a great summer, to be safe, to be healthy, to be happy, and to let this summer be everything they want it to be. Because summer is one of those times where everybody fucking trips out, has a good time, gets in trouble, goes to some great shows. I see some great shows this summer. I saw Piss and Blood, saw Union 13, I saw the Yeasty Boys. Next week I'm going to go see Charter Control and No Victor. I've got tickets to see X. Oh God, the Dickies played tonight, but I didn't go. There are just so many great shows. And actually my summer started Memorial Day weekend with Punk Rock Bowling. And so I got to see all those great bands. I got the Addicts coming up in September. It's, you know, summer for me is concert season. And all these great bands go on tour. And there's a lot of good stuff that goes on. So please go out and support your local bands and have a lot of fun doing it. They do it for the money, but you know what? They also do it for a good time too. So go out and support these bands. So this summer I'm hoping for great music, great friends, amazing experiences, and times with those special people that make life worth living. How's that for you, Misty? That's great. Okay, number 5. A beach, a blanket, a bonfire. What happens next? Depends on who I'm with. Depends on where the bonfire is. But if it's a nice secluded bonfire with some amazing girl, I'm going to make her feel like $1 million and the world stops when I look into her eyes. Because life's good that way. It really is good that way. And it can be that way as long as you make it that way. Summer is a time for free spirits and love and happenings and new beginnings and heat and everything. And summer's just one of those months where I can't stand it, But you know what? This summer has been, since the end of July, or end of June, has been one of the best summers I've had my entire life. I've had a rough couple years with divorce and everything else, and I can say this summer has been one of the best I've ever experienced. There's been so many good things happening, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. And I hope everyone has a summer like that, because, you know, summer sets the season for everything. What happens in the summer carries through. Whether you have your summer fling, or you have a great summer vacation, or you have this or you have that, I plan to make things last. And that's what's great about summer. You know, summer is what you make of it. And if you don't make anything out of it, then you're losing 3 months out of your life. So make something out of it, make it last, make it good. And what's in here will tell you what's good and what's not. I know what's good and what's not, and I'm working towards it. So, Misty, thank you so much for contributing to the Boxablog. Misty's in a great band called Clever Stranger. If you get a chance, go buy the CD on iTunes. I did. It's really, really good. Please check it out. There's a lot of other great bands out there right now, but please, if you can, check out Clever Stranger. There'll be a link on the Intoxiblog of where to go check them out. But really, one of those bands that just really floored me. And I'm really happy to have her contribute to the Intoxiblog today. Misty, much thanks, and thank you so much. I can't wait to see you soon. And celebrate this Intoxiblog and also your new album. It's fantastic. So for that, it's 11 minutes in, and check that out. And I'm pretty fucked up. And it's hotter than shit here. See, look at this. See, look at that sweat. Drippy, drippy. Oh, it's all over my leg. I'm not wearing pants. It's the first pantsless Intoxiblog. So, to all of you out there, all my fucking listeners, hey, look, there's a hole in my shirt. I have to say this. Go fuck yourself. Have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.